And then, boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. McPherson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. McPherson rolling to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing, Hundley. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Hundley. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
Come on, set, go, go. 60 outlaw. Right, check, 59. Go.
Throwing on 1st down. McPherson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw on 2nd down, McPherson going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, McPherson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the double. 55.
On 1st down, Jones. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read. Slam.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McPherson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Let's get it together.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Set. 10 Nova. You draw quarters. Here we go.
Off the play fake. McPherson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run it with Jones.
I got you, boy.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see. 99 yards of field in front of you.
Yeah, and it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that person can really help out a team. I guarantee you his agent can be taking that video clip in on the next contract negotiation, don't you think?
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Johnson. Oh, Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready?
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Come on, set. 15, line.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McPherson.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 5.
Back to throw. McPherson. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second down at the 13-yard line.
Check to the rest.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Manning. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 7. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. McPherson stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready? 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's the second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Looking to throw. McPherson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Again, it's Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Orbit. Mike 55. Get it.
To throw on 3rd down. McPherson. Flush to his right. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Hey, ready? 90 Wolf.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shoot.
They will run with Grant. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Tighten up. Pick the edge. Come. Watch the twist. Look at me. Zipper. Fire.
They go back to Grant. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
It's 2nd down.
No.
After the sack on 1st down, Hundley. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Check three.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. Hundley now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Manning. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Hundley now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
Right there.
Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Back to throw. McPherson. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go with Jones. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 66 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the slip.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
60 outlaw.
Let's go.
80 weapon.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
55. Right there.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Spinning away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. What you drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
It's caught inside the 25. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Hundley going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
On the
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
Ready. You ain't doing nothing today. Fight.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.